Hail to the king, baby.
Hello, motherfucker.
Welcome to the party, pal. Your Flint Neighborhood Mastercast here. Hello. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. I'm going to take a sip here. Oh, that's hotter than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay because today is the finale, so we should go out with a bang, and hopefully we will. Cinematograph still trips me up. But anyway, the new sub-label is releasing its second installment, second release, I guess, today. Releasing its second release. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. And it's not going to be Looking for Mr. Goodbar, which is unfortunate because I think we all were hoping it was that. But Justin Liberty has said it is not a Paramount title, so it is up in the air. It ranges, and there's a couple of movies we can talk about that they've said is potential for that line for the second release, and we will discuss it before it is released. One of them, actually, all of them being nothing I would jump on, and that's kind of disappointing to me. Let me bring in my first co-host of Subscriber Week, somebody who had to jump out for work reasons, but is back now because it's the weekend, and he's here to close it out with me. TC,
what's up?
Let me get your take on what you think of Subscriber Week so far, since from day one to now.
I mean, well, this is for me again because everybody has their own preferences, but it was pretty weak, and that's with an A because, like I told you yesterday, because I mean, I was hoping to get at least a title, maybe two, but nothing, man. Struck out every day. So I'm not. I mean, I'm hopeful for today. I know it's the last day, but wouldn't surprise me. So, yeah. Although,
yeah,
the Black Cat movie that they're going to release, that one does catch my eye, but that's down the line. So,
I think I definitely think that's something you will like, and something I think you would probably get some enjoyment out of.
Yeah.
But we'll have to keep an eye on it because. I do believe this is something that could potentially sell out, but it's hard to tell, man. It's hard to tell nowadays.
What is it? It's 30? Is it $32.99? Is that the price?
It is, yeah, $32.99, and when it goes on sale, it will be $25.
I mean, to be fair, if it came down to the wire and it's like, oh, they're at 100 units or whatever, 32 I could justify at the very least because it's two movies. So let's say roughly $15 a movie, $16 a movie. It's specials, so I could justify it. But naturally, if I can get it, if I could hold out till the Black Friday, I guess is when it's going to go on sale, right? The closest it's going to be on sale. So if it actually holds out that long, but if you of course catch wind that it is going down, let me know because I'll definitely pick it up. Worst case scenario. So
if I catch wind, I'll throw it your way.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on it, but you never know in case you catch wind of it first.
For sure. 5,000 units, so it's a little less than some of the Merhi movies. And it does come with a 40-page book, which is interesting.
Yeah, and the case is nice and everything.
And the case is nice, yeah. Let me bring in. I know Tony's having technical difficulties. I have good news and bad news for everybody. Well, good news, then bad news, bad news. The bad news is this is going to be a shorter stream than normal because I got invited to a super special brunch at the Magic Castle here in LA. It's a very special, exclusive thing, and I don't want to be late for that. It's for a little master's birthday. Then, so we're gonna end the stream basically at like 10 a.m. my time. Other bad news is this is the end of Subscriber Week. This is the last day that that we will have this, or you will have a chance to subscribe if you choose to. But the good news is I do have a star-studded panel. So joining us, Mr. Bullet Blake.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? Happy New Year.
I'm good. Doing all right.
Tony's having technical difficulties, but Tony will be joining us eventually. Yes, so Black Cat 1 and 2 does come with a book, which is interesting. It's a pretty hefty book. I don't know how they're going to fit that shit in a VSA case, but...
maybe they'll tape it to the back and...
Yeah, I don't know. Because 40 pages is nothing to sneeze at, and those cases are pretty thick as it is. So I don't know how that's gonna work, but maybe it'll be a thicker VSA box. I don't know.
Hopefully, it's not going to be like an overboard slip that it's like super tight
Oh
and you
my
have to
god.
like, pry it out with a crowbar or something.
I forgot all about that.
Boy, yeah, that was I was fucking mad. I was about to just tear that shit open. Like, give me my fucking movie. That was really weird. Yes, so we are gonna get Cinematograph Volume 2 today. Of course, Volume 1 was Little Darlings. Now, unfortunately, it looks like it will not be Looking for Mr. Goodbar because it won't be a Paramount title. So, a couple of titles thrown out after the hint, which was like a thing on the road, some kind of weird, like, you know, the yellow lines on the road, is everything from Kenny and Company to God, what's the other one? Something called a Motorway, which I've never heard of, to something called Thumb Tripping, another movie I've never heard of. Essentially, it feels like it's gonna be a very obscure title. At least, yeah. You know, at least that's where it's leaning towards.
Okay.
I know if it's Kenny and Company, I have no interest in. I really did not like that movie at all. It's a Don Coscarelli movie, but god damn, no, that did not work for me. Any other road movie that I've never seen, I'm basically I'm not jumping on it if it's not Good Bar. Blake, I know you're basically grabbing all these. But are you going to be title specific, or are you going to be a VSA type of person and just grab everything no matter what?
I mean, VSUs and VSAs, I buy everything no matter what. It usually depends on the first 3 titles from a label before I decide if I'm going all in or not. So these are only the first 2. Like the VSLs, I bought both the first 2 titles. That third title, And ever since then, I haven't bought any of the other ones. I don't think they're great. So VSPs, what do we have? Like 3? Don't care for those much either. But I don't know. It depends, honestly. Like if it's a movie that looks good and the first 3 are good and the packaging turns out better than this packaging, because this packaging is almost a turnoff from the fucking label itself. So
yeah,
it's terrible. I can't even. I don't know how they thought putting that out was a good idea.
Yeah, no,
Was
it's unfortunate.
I've never seen this, but was it Tony who said that they probably took, obviously it was probably out of left field, but that's some idea from a food fight scene, and they probably figured, oh, it makes sense to the movie in a way, or is that incorrect?
Yeah, well, it was Tony suggested that maybe it was like ketchup and mustard. For those of you who are not aware, the reason this is like this is because of the SAG strikes. They could not get. Apparently, they had to get approvals for the artwork from the actors, and they couldn't even approve the artwork according to the strike rules. So we get this shit that looks like an indie thriller. Like what was that? God, was it Sunshine from the Spotless Mind that had a cover like this with like their faces were ripped or something?
It's terrible.
Oh.
This
worked
one,
for that movie.
The problem with this one is it looks like a total afterthought. It does not look like it was intentional, and that ruins it.
Yeah.
Like, even if they just would have swapped it with some generic faces that aren't the actors, do that. I think a black case with just the Little Darlings on it would have been great, just the title.
My guess, I mean, this might be a stretch too, but maybe they already had everything done, and at the point they found out they couldn't get the licensing and all that, it would have cost them a lot more, taken more time to do a whole new cover. Even though a black cover sounds simple enough, I don't know. And they figured, oh, it's easy just to get the condiments on it and just put it out like that.
Then they should have delayed it until they could have got permission. Then.
True.
Yeah. Like, hey guys, or put whatever the second one is first. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like if they had time to put this shit on the cover, they had time to do another cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all printed at the same time. It's not like they sent each individual one and had it repainted. It's all printed.
Odd. Anyway, Alex, thank you so much for the super chat here. I appreciate that very much. He says, thanks for the stream, MCTC, Blake, and Tony. Well, thanks for hanging with us. Now, we do have some stock count reports. Thank you, Griff. Griff says, Black Cat has sold about 1,500 so far out of the 5,000.
Oh,
and I wonder if how much, well, no, because that's subscribers. So, yeah, thank you for that. He also says, Little Darlings has sold 2,500 out of 8,000. I know there's a trick to check how to do that, and thank you for letting us know. Cass says it's down to 3,553 copies, which is, wow, that's quite a bit. For
a VSA, though, it only has 5,000 for that one.
Yes.
It didn't get 8,000 like the Mary movies.
Yes, yeah. Which is, they learned their lesson there. Red Rock West would be amazing if that was the case. That's an excellent film, but there was already a good release from, Umbrella or something. Straight Story, that would be excellent as well. I would actually, I'd be down for that one because I didn't grab the imprint version that was put out a while ago. Zach says, one last day for the party, pals. One last day. Yes. Oh, that's true, Groove. Groove Godzilla says, maybe it's just a big fuck you to the actors for not okaying their likenesses. Maybe, but I feel like that doesn't seem like something Vinegar Syndrome would do, but because they know that their people, their main source of income, us, we like packaging, and this is like unfortunate packaging, Yeah. Looks like Tony's up and running. Tony, you good to go? All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tony, what's up,
now,
man?
can you hear me?
Yes.
I had to switch to my phone. Income tax season is here. This laptop's getting an office space thing done to it where we're gonna up your ass at the resurrection. Hi.
Hey, bud. Yes. No worries, man. Technical difficulties. That's just par for the course. Vince Cinephile loves your T-shirt, TC.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna guess it's some kind of wrestling thing. It's not a mummy holding a lightning bolt.
Right.
Okay.
That's my other shirt.
Yes, there you go. So yes, we'll see what comes of Cinematograph Volume 2. Let's check in on the daily deals real quick. 16 minutes left to purchase probably the weakest day. But
Do you think they'll add you think they might add on the top where it says daily deals like a question mark next to it?
Maybe next year.
Daily deals?
You mean daily
Oh,
deals?
quotation marks. Yeah.
Yes. They did that. They did that shit for the subscribers. When they said, "Hey, coming out next year, subscribe. You'll get a horror title."
Yeah.
In quotes. Like, what the shit? What do you mean? Is it a horror movie or not? What the hell? The Circumcision movie is almost out the door, guys. 700 left in the standard. Still a chance to get it, guys.
Man.
But I people love that slipcover. Talons did not move very much at all. I mean, maybe it did, but they left this thing on here. Dropped below 1,000. I Expect No Mercy dropped below 1,000. But we'll be back. Devil Stories.
Oh, sorry, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking, you mentioned Merhi earlier, that if they don't sell enough of his movies, if they'll put a box set out for him, but it's really more just throw him in an empty cardboard box and just, ship it out.
At this point, anything is possible. They could put together a box, and this is like to rope in people who haven't gotten it. They'll get a box of, just make a case. Hey, put all your Merhi movies in one case. I know Blake will get it.
It's brought to you by Hefty.
I think a VSA box would be cool, but I don't care for the Mary movies, so
But it's
And
a
they should-
cake. I think you'll get it.
I'd buy it. Absolutely, I'd buy it. Yep.
You know what?
Yeah.
If they're gonna do these movies like that, they should do like a Michael Dudikoff set or something, or
Fuck
movies.
yeah.
Michael Dudikoff movies. He's done a bunch of low budget movies, but fun, better than Mary. I mean, I think. So.
Yeah, but I think Kino owns those, and the good news about that is that those won't go out of print or anything like that.
The Gary Daniels has a bunch of them too. They could do.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. Well, the taste is very strange over at Vinegar Syndrome. 333 left for Auntie Lee's. That'll probably sell out for Black Friday or maybe halfway to Black Friday. Birds 2 over 1,000. Yep, that's what I thought. And I'll predict Hot Snake is probably still over 1,000, even though it should be bottom. But we'll see what happens in the future. Stanley still over 1,000. I'd be curious to see how much they did sell of all of these. Trauma over 1,000. So, TC, there was nothing that interested you because I know you don't have much of a Vinegar Syndrome collection.
No, I have a good amount, but not. Yeah, I mean, I do want that Galaxy Quest documentary, but I just don't want to pay that much for it right now. But if it doesn't last, I can see it on Prime, some Prime. But I'd like to own it though if I could.
You could just buy it now. It will not be on sale, but
yeah, I know.
You don't like it enough to pay full price.
How much is it going for now? Is it 25 or more?
I don't know. 20. I don't know. $30.
I don't know.
25. Yeah. Wait, maybe not. Hold on. 27.
Nah. No. I mean, like, I really do want it, but it's just I don't want to shell that much up for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think pricing will just continue to increase and affect everybody's purchasing. Which, I mean, I guess will get us more sales. That's the positive there.
True.
ETR 195. Did you end up getting that, Blood Blake, the dead guy?
I did not. I just have too big of a pile of movies to fucking watch.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I get to that, I could probably care less.
Well, it might be subscriber week again, and it'll be on sale.
And I'll never be complete on the ETR because there's a title they released that I was just like, there's no fucking way I'm gonna buy that anyway. So I can't remember what movie it was, but I just had no interest in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I've decided to being complete does not make sense to me, and it's not something I aspire to in any label. This one is slipcovers out of stock, but the 123 left for the Canadian International Pictures one. So no sellouts really beyond the slips, but none like completely gone. Well, I guess because they reprint, so I guess that doesn't really affect it. But we did lose a couple slips.
Did they ever sell out? I don't think they did. Last Gasp with like the 2-day sale they had apparently on that freaking movie.
Last Gasp?
Yeah.
No, it's still it's still there. Still there.
It's on Tubi, so I'm gonna check it out on that. But they're desperate.
Keith says, I picked up a Dim Valley. Well, I hope you like it. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I don't know if anybody's brutally reviewed it. There might be reviews on YouTube. I don't know. I haven't really looked for it. That would be interesting. Chris says, what about Joyride or Raising Arizona? I think you're giving them a little too much credit. It's gonna be something super fucking like out of left field. Like what?
Yeah.
They'll
probably put out like Meet the Beatles or something. If you're gonna talk about like a Paul Walker movie or something.
Well, is there? I don't remember that one that well.
It's the one with him and I forget who the other blonde guy was. But
Oh, and they're like idiots or something.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got the hair like all fucking whooshed up. Yeah,
yeah.
terrible movie.
That's the
Yeah.
one with I want to speak candy cane, isn't it?
That's
think so.
Joyride. Yeah, I
That's
like
Joyride. That's
Joyride.
Joyride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not, yeah.
Joyride's
I mean,
good.
they have Paul Walker's already in their catalog, so
Yeah. Yeah.
Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry. That's interesting.
that would be sick.
Do you guys remember that movie? It's a pretty obscure one with Ed Begley Jr. and I forget who else was in it. That they're a family of praying mantises.
You know,
Oh,
it's so
yeah.
funny.
You know what
Last
I'm talking
night
about?
I'm like, it's gonna be something stupid like Meet the Applegates,
Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
which is that movie. That's the praying mantis
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, which is like, oh, I remember that, but it's like that Drop Dead
Mhm.
Fred kind of shit where
Right.
you know, I didn't even like it when it came out, so it'll probably be something like that.
Or how about the who was? Is it Kino? I don't know if it's Kino that has I guess a license of I don't know for those Barbarian Twins movies.
Oh
They had
yeah.
about a handful of movies.
Oh, I
Is it
love the
Kino?
Barbarian Twins
Yeah,
movie,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, they had some fun movies. Yeah, they had some fun movies.
I love those movies.
Yeah.
What's the one that they're cops? It's called Big Trouble or something like that.
Yep.
Big Trouble or Twin? No,
Double
oh,
Trouble.
man,
Double Trouble.
Trouble. Yeah.
Oh man, those guys. Well, they've only made like 2 movies, right? 2 or 3.
No, they were in a few. They were in DC Cab, the Barbarians, Double
Well, the
Trouble,
Barbarians and Double Trouble.
Twin Sitters. There was one called Twin Sitters. And I yeah, serious. And there's another one. One of them passed away actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a shame.
Yeah.
They
It
had one
sounds
called
like a bunch of like
Big-
kid movies, but they're like adults.
Yeah.
Think Big was one I liked.
Think big.
I
That's right.
honestly,
Yeah.
I honestly can't remember. I know I've seen them, but I can't remember anything about those movies. I'll be honest.
I like how if you look them up on Google, I just found this out just now. They use the same picture for both of them, Peter Paul and David Paul. It's just the same picture.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
That's a shame. That's a
How about the
shame.
Magic
You know what we
Kid
do
movies?
need? Yeah, Magic Kid. That would make Wet Movie 1 very happy. He loves those.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, what the hell was I gonna say? Not Magic Kid. I had something and then I got sidetracked.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. Oh, yeah, I remember now. The fucking Twin Dragon Encounter. They gotta release those movies.
Oh yeah.
the
Somebody gotta
Canadian
put that.
brothers.
Yeah, with
Fuck
the
yeah.
That's
That
Oh,
might be.
I know you're talking. Your one we watched on your channel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
That's definitely something they would put out, but
But that feels more. That feels more TerraVision, honestly.
oh really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think TerraVision would release those. They're into that kind of thing. Let's check in with the chat here real quick. Doug D says, I like those film movement titles, but they aren't cheap. Yeah, they're not, but apparently they're cheaper on their website. So go over to filmmovement.com. I'm not sure what their website is, and check them out there. Ragnar's hoping today we are getting UHDs in the daily deals. He's hoping for Massage Parlor Massacre. I mean, that's a movie that doesn't need a 4K, but if you're gonna get it, don't pay full price. It's a good movie, but I 4K kind of like Bloodsucking Freaks. What the hell? They put that on 4K? Jesus.
The packaging for that is fucking badass. Like it's got
So
like
is it?
it's got a slip that
It
like
opens.
folds out and magnets. I mean, like that slip is fucking cool.
That's interesting. But that's a movie that I don't think would really benefit from a higher definition because it's such a rough looking movie.
Yeah, Flesh Eater definitely didn't.
No, that's another one. In terms of 4Ks, I let's take a look at what we could see. I wonder if I could just do. Well, maybe it's in here. If I could just do 4K disc format, there we go. Let's just take a look at their 4Ks real quick and see what would be here. We'll start at the back. None of these, I imagine. Maybe Tammy, but I don't know. There are quite a bit to choose from. I'm sure we'll see Six String Samurai. That'll definitely be there.
Terminal Island will probably be there.
Yeah. It should. Schizoid X-Ray, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Flesh Eater.
Madman, because they made a shitload of those, didn't they?
Let's see. Yeah, 6,000 units. Yeah, it's still over 1,000, so that's potential. But that feels like an evergreen title. I feel like people will still buy that eventually. I think they'll pick titles that like people haven't gone to.
Like the Incredible Melting Man.
Maybe, yeah, Incredible Melting Man, the werewolf versus the vampire. Oh no, actually no, forget it. Melting Man sold out, so they won't touch that. Werewolf versus Vampire Women, you may see that. That's not a bad movie. But then I like that kind of film. I don't know how many people do. Gosh, and maybe Massage Parlor Murders, but a lot of the new stuff I doubt you'll see.
It seems like they pick about 8 titles, so... Of course, yesterday they had, the one that's going on right now, they had like 3 titles from the day before that were still on there, so I don't know if they're still on there.
Yeah. Death Wish 2 sold out too. I think the slipcover's gone, yeah, so. Or maybe they'll do some without slipcovers. I don't know. Dead Heat also sold out with slipcover. So, yeah, I could see that as well. But certainly a lot better choices when it comes to the UHDs than whatever the standard ones are nowadays. Question for me and Bullet Blake, and Bullet, you can answer first. If you could get any spaghetti western box set, which would you want? Now, I'm guessing you're asking what spaghetti western we'd like to have released that hasn't been released. But in terms of like, yeah, so that's how I'm going to take that question. Blake, do you have any off the top of your head?
I mean, as far as a box set goes, I'd like a Sergio Corbucci box, like a real box for his movies, but that's like a director. I don't think that's what he's talking about. But like, if I could get all those, in, I would like Django Strikes Back.
Okay.
It's never been released on Blu. At least I don't think. I'm positive it hasn't been released in the United States on Blu-ray. So that would be cool because that's like the direct sequel to the first movie, and it has Franco Nero in it. It's like in the 80s though, so he's super fucking old, and he's living in some like jungle thing, and he's got like I would kill for that. That would be fucking cool. Like, but. It's not a good movie. It's just one that I would love to own because I watched it as a kid like a lot.
Yeah, I would lean towards the Django stuff only because there's so much of it, and a lot of it is like, oh, let's just slap Django on it and release it. I would love a Severance style, Emmanuel box set of all the Django films.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Just like everything that had Django as a title.
They'd have to do it in different volumes because there's like 111 official like.
Probably, yeah.
Oh really?
Django movies. Yeah. There's only technically there's only like 3 that are like official because Django from '66 came out, and then they did Django Prepare a Coffin with Terrence Hill, but that was supposed to be with Franco Nero, but he had obligations to some U.S. movie that actually fucked him out of it. So he wasn't able to do that, but then they did Django Strikes Back, which is sort of, I mean, like, I can work after Django Prepare a Coffin, but the 2 good ones are Django 66 and Django Prepare a Coffin. I like Django the Bastard too. Spaghetti Westerns I could talk about all day.
I like it's weird, but the Franco Nero, the other Django, the African one, I'm blanking on the name of it.
Django in Africa?
Maybe it was. I had it as a double feature, but
African Django.
It's gonna Django in the Hood or something like that. I don't know.
Django
but But
Django.
it was interesting. It was interesting.
Ghetto Django.
I mean, I'd like a set of Django movies, even if they just pick like a handful of like 5 of them, like they did with the Sartana box set. That'd be fucking awesome. From like Arrow.
Razor in the chat says, MC, don't know you. It doesn't matter if the movie is good as long as it has some cool cardboard. You're right. At the end of the day, that's what we're all in it for. I guess he means don't know about you. Can you only use the discount code once? Usually, yes. That's how it works. Especially because it's tied into your email. Keith says, if 6-string is $20, I will buy it. All right, Keith. Enjoy it. I'm sure it'll be here. 100% it'll be here, man. Like that's
probably $19 more than it's worth, but all right.
Yeah.
I like it.
I haven't seen it. I honestly haven't seen it. But there's so much hate on it, I guess might as well just jump on the bandwagon.
Everybody's TC, you might as well buy it. You actually will probably like it. TC's
it's online.
Very he likes things that no one else does. So
it definitely gets more hate than it gets appreciation. Yeah. Like if you did a poll for 6-string Samurai, about 75% would say they don't want it, and only 25% would be interested.
I'll watch it for free.
Holy shit! It's already live. The daily deals are already live. We completely passed the time here.
What the hell?
This is it. This is the daily deals, guys. They're up. Holy shit. Okay.
Beastmaster. Okay.
All right. So Awaken again. I know that was here last time at 375. Madman, Werewolf versus Vampire Women, Terminal Island, Beastmaster with just the slipcover, which is actually what I've decided to do with the Ultras going forward. Unless I really love the movie, I'm just gonna wait for this version.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna read a book about Daryl. I'm not gonna read a book about Southern Comfort. I'll just wait for the standard.
Yeah, I bought a second edition of the standard just to put with my standard shelving, just to put with the regular edition because all my BSUs are apart.
Amazing. Ebola Syndrome here, $20. It's a crazy movie, but that's not a bad price. Amityville Horror from $20? Or what's the actual price? Oh, it's just the standard. That's kind of sucky. A lot of these don't have slips. But I guess we can't pick that. Prospect without the slip. All right, well, let's see what the cinematograph is. Yes, we're behind on the chat, but bear with us. It is Red Rock West. Wow.
What's that?
It's a really, really fucking good movie. I'm really glad it's not Kenny and Company. This is a Nicolas Cage neo-noir movie with Dennis Hopper and oh god, not Sherilyn Fenn. Oh my god, what's her name? Oh god, that's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, look at that! Just a black cover with the lettering on it. Looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely a better case.
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah.
Right on. All right, this boosts that label for me big time. I love this movie.
Is it Ashley Judd?
No, not Ashley
Judd. It's go to a picture of her. She's on there, wasn't she?
Laura Flynn Boyle.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. It sounds familiar, but I don't know if I
fucking love Dennis Hopper and Nicolas Cage.
Oh yeah. This is how I start my day. I just go out on the road, take my shirt off, and do push-ups on the road. That road is probably hot as fuck too. That's like burning his hand. It's a great movie.
Fuck yeah.
It's a good ass movie, man. Cool. Honestly, great script. It starts off really simply, but then it gets really twisty. Good shit. I actually just rewatched it recently because this was hinted at potentially being one of the titles. So, do highly recommend it. And Blake, when you grab it, let us know what it comes down to with your discount.
Oh yeah, I can tell you right now.
How many copies is there? I can't really see it.
6,000 units.
Oh,
I'm definitely gonna wait till Black Friday. I'm sure it'll hold. And if it doesn't, I'll maybe I'll go for the full price.
It will go quicker than a lot of titles, though. It's a good fucking movie.
It will go quick, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
the
have to keep
artwork
an
is
eye on
simple,
it.
but it looks really nice though.
mhm.
Fuck yeah, it does.
I mean, it goes to show that you don't. I mean, even though as good as it would be to have some real cool artwork, this, that, and the other, but sometimes simple can still work. You know.
Yeah. And I mean, and this is, actually the sign factors into the movie quite a bit. Now leaving Red Rock West, now entering. So you see the sign quite a bit. Makes sense that it doesn't show the back of it though. Like, what is the back of the box? Unless it's the same.
It's probably.
It never shows the back of the box, which is there it is. Okay.
Okay.
That's cool.
Are we actually happy with a release that we didn't know about?
What the hell? What's happening?
What the? Are you Master Chaos just subscribed? What the hell's going on?
It happens. It happens. Like every.
Yeah, Tony, there's still time.
I don't get the money. It's not happening.
No.
I said you can't spend what you don't have.
Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria.
Enough. I get the point.
That's
Won't we
great.
believe, Mr. Pecker? Oh, speaking of Pecker.
Your cat? Oh, your kid. I see. Okay. Holy crap, Red Rock West. I've been asking for that for years. Great Nicolas Cage film. Steven is happy. Griff says, I'm good with Red Rock. Not a fan of Cage. He's a goof. You're good with it, like you wanted, but you're not a fan of his. I'm confused if you're getting.
We saved $10 on it as subscribers, so
$10. Look
25
at it, buddy.
What do you
Penis
think of
head.
my new flesh-colored knight's helmet?
That's not what it looked like from the small screen. It looked like a.
Oh wow, that's cool, man.
What the hell?
No, I'm telling that to YouTube.
Yeah, that's great, dude. It looks real cool.
You want to hear what's funny?
Where'd you get that?
Shayna bought me this from Temu. That's how she woke me up yesterday. Like, my Temu came. Look at it. I'm like, all right. And she's like, oh my God. I love it.
Oh man, it's wonderful. That's true love right there.
The wife that gets you.
A bunch
Or
of
she's
dick
trying
mask.
to tell me something.
No, she just wants you to wear that,
I'm going to start a new OnlyFans where I stick my head in horses' asses.
I think you would actually make a lot of money. I think people would watch that.
I feel like a few people in the chat are like, okay, how much are you going to make the subscription for?
And like, okay, let us know when. We're in. Ronald, you guessed correctly. Both of them were there. Ragnar says, if they put Six String again, they're really pissing on us.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked that they didn't. I'm actually really shocked that they did not.
I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
There's actually some decent titles there, so.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially if you want to build up your 4K collection and you're looking for stuff. I mean, a lot of it doesn't have slipcovers. And, I mean, if that doesn't bother you, then fine. But I know some people are bothered by that fact.
Yeah.
But regardless, I mean, actually, okay, so Ebola does. And I know Madman does. I know Werewolf does. Terminal. Yeah, they still do.
Huh.
It's just and Beastmaster does. So the Top Road still has slips. Amityville doesn't. Prospect partner label does not. Awaken does, and I believe this one still does as well. Okay, so it's only two of them that don't, and it's Amityville and Prospect. Oh, and Awaken. No, Awaken still does. Sorry. All right, not bad. Let's give our recommends here. Madman, yeah, thumbs up. It's a fun movie. Little, backwoods slasher movie. Thumbs up for me for Werewolf versus Vampire Women. I like that movie, but you need to know what you're getting yourself into. It is a Spanish horror film, and you may or may not like these type of things, but I'm a big Paul Naschy guy, so I had fun with it. And it looks fairly good. I will say the best 4K I've seen from Vinegar Syndrome is Existence. I thought that was the best looking one they've ever had. But you know, it's fine. Terminal Island, moderate thumbs up. I don't think it's a movie I'll ever revisit, so I don't know that you need it on your shelf. Beastmaster, yes, thumbs up. Ebola Syndrome, moderate thumbs up. Again, I don't think you need it on your shelf, but if you want to watch it, you know, actually you can find it on YouTube. Amityville horror. I don't know. Upon rewatch, I didn't love it as much as I initially did. So moderate. And these two I haven't seen. Actually, these three I haven't seen, so I can't say. TC, I don't think you own these, right?
I own the Beastmaster one. I have Madman, but I got it on the Blu-ray version. I had already had it, so I didn't find it worth upgrading. Even though I do like the slip on the Madman, but I wasn't gonna double dip on that one. And I'd consider Amityville, but if it had a slip, because by itself it just feels like whatever. All the millions of versions of releases. Huh?
The Amityville slip is killer though. That backside is fucking awesome.
Because it just looks like a regular Amityville they've released a million times. At least a slip gives it a little bit more something different.
Yeah.
You know? So with it like that, I don't care for it.
Wow, so you've become a cardboard person, I see.
No, I don't need it. But the thing is, it's a nice little.
I mean,
bonus,
you do. You just said you need the cardboard.
No. I don't need it. Like for example, like I didn't buy it the first time, so I'm not desperate for it or anything like that. But if you were to tell me, would you want the one with the slip or without? I choose the slip because it's just a bonus thing with it, you know.
Gotcha. So you're just not interested in the movie in general.
No, I like the movie, but
clarifying.
Like for example, because Beastmaster, Beastmaster had no choice. That one I would have wanted the box, but I didn't get it in time. But I'm happy that I got it as it is. So, you know, I'm cool with
the
that.
question should come is: are the other ones even going to get standard releases? Because this Beastmaster standard release didn't sell very well. And I mean, they released that the next year. We've had 7 VSUs since then.
What is sold out? There's Roadhouse, Showgirls.
Roadhouse and Showgirls.
I think that's it.
I think you're right.
Out. So
those sold out fast. So the question remains: are they going to release just the ones that sold out fast with standard edition slips? Because I can't imagine they're going to put the effort into making a standard edition 6-string Samurai when that didn't sell out after 3 years.
No, a 6-string Samurai will die with whatever release it's gotten, and that's it, unfortunately. Well, I mean, or fortunately, depending on your thoughts on the film. But I would imagine stuff like if they have the license to Daryl and Sidekicks, they'll bring it out on a standard eventually if it does, you know, the Ultra goes out. We'll see. Is there anything you would recommend, though? Sorry, Tony, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we're talking about Daryl and Sidekicks, and it's not unlike them to put out something that Scream Factory put out. I could see them maybe putting out the Wizard.
Oh,
I would like the Wizard, but then again, that could have the same effect that Sidekicks had, and I'll be like, God, this movie shit.
Yeah.
I watched it recently, and it didn't really hold up. Honestly, I wasn't a massive fan of it to begin with. I kind of hate Fred Savage, but
wow.
I would rather have License to Drive as a VSU.
Oh, you know which one would be good? Vice Versa.
Vice Versa would be
Hell
good.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't imagine VS would release something like that. But
how about The Invisible Kid? Do you guys remember that movie? The Invisible Kid.
Vaguely.
I don't know if I've ever seen that, but
yeah,
I know of it.
It's obscure-ish, but it was in theaters briefly. I remember.
Yeah. I like that movie quite a bit. We shall see. We shall see what happens. Paul, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, "Thanks for doing this all week, MC and guys. Well, appreciate you hanging out. We had a good time. It's come. I mean, that we did get a happy ending, as it were. It was a very good title release. Something I definitely will be picking up eventually. Which is, incredible. So TC, before we move on, is there anything you would recommend here in terms of people pick up?
I guess my top two I would say would be the Beastmaster and the Madman,
Okay, very
and
good.
a close third, Amityville.
Gotcha. But it doesn't have a slip, so fuck that movie, right?
Right. Pretty much.
Just kidding. Blake, what do you recommend here?
Oh, well, Madman's definitely a thumbs up. The Werewolf in the, that's a thumbs up too. Terminal Island, I actually really liked, so I'd give that a thumbs up as well. Beastmaster, I'd give a thumbs up. Ebola Syndrome, I have zero desire to watch that ever again, so that's a thumbs down. Amityville Horror, if it doesn't have the slip, stream that shit. Prospect sucks. That movie sucked ass. I hated that movie, so definitely don't waste your money on that. And I was really excited for it too. I didn't know anything about the movie. I ordered it based on the synopsis and that, but it is just fucking people walking around doing nothing. Nothing. Boring. Awaken I haven't seen. Out of Order I had no interest in.
I know Tony has his thoughts on Out of Order. So Tony, what do you think of this lineup? What do you thumbs up, thumbs down on?
Just from what I've seen, Madman is a thumbs up, obviously. Beastmaster, wave thumbs up. Amityville, again, like I agree with TC. It's like it's out there on so many other editions and stuff, and
right.
I mean, if you are a slipcover guy, you're not going to want to get this. You'll probably wait because somebody else will probably put it out on 4K or 8K or whatever the hell's going to be next in the world. But I have to revisit Amityville Horror as well. I remember seeing it and it scared the shit out of me. But I don't know if it had their effect now, you know. But I guess that's probably a thumbs up if you don't care about the slip. Prospect is not a good movie, but it's a very nice looking movie. And the only reason you'd have to get it is if you're a fan of the Mandalorian guy.
Right.
Pedro Pascal, yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the movie is kind of but it is a nice looking movie. I don't know if I don't think it was boring, but I don't think it
made it out to be like it was going to be this cool, like, space action epic. There's no action in it. None. Zero. None. They got her walking around with a gun on the cover. There's nothing. Boring.
It is. It isn't that great. So, but like, I think they put all their eggs in one basket when they brought out that release because they had trading cards and stuff with it, and it's like, oh, and then nah. Awaken never saw. Out of Order was a disappointment.
I don't see the trading cards are still there. So Awaken never saw, but Out of Order you did not like, right?
Yeah, I had high hopes for that one, and that one was boring, and I didn't like the people in it, so that doesn't help either. If I don't like at least somebody in the movie, you know, I have to have some attachment to somebody in the crew or in the cast, you know.
Not even
that guy right there with the sunglasses can go right to hell. But yeah, that's about it, I'd say.
But Tony, I want to be your friend, Tony. That's what he says. That's what he's saying. He likes you, Tony.
Well, I don't like you. Yeah, it's one of those, like, everybody in the there's like their own personality. Like, he's the cool asshole guy, and then the other guy's like like trying to keep everything together, but like he's kind of a boss, and then the other guy is more of a wimp. And I don't remember, and she's, of course, everybody wants to fuck her, so in an elevator, which they do. Not all of them, I think. I don't remember, actually. Maybe that was in my head, but yeah. Out of Order, you're out of your mind if you buy it.
Gotcha. There you go. In terms of for Awaken, his review from Flicks at Dawn, he says Awaken is nice. No Kwayan, I can never get this thing. Kwayanaskatsi, but looks really nice in 4K. If you know what that is, then you know how similar they kind of are to each other. Yeah, I had almost bought it, but I'm like, it just feels like it's just like something to test out your 4K system on, and not necessarily it's not a narrative film. It's just sort of a beautiful trip around the world, beautiful images and things,
Oh, okay.
and it looks like it's gonna be pretty, but I don't see any elephant's balls.
Is it a documentary type thing or
I think it's just kind of like
Travel Channel special kind of thing?
yeah, like a loose collection of
It's like
shot
Google
entirely
Earth,
in 4K.
like Google
Of
Earth
elephant
movies.
balls.
Yeah, just kind of showing you all the like in 30 countries.
Yeah.
Beautiful shit in 30 countries with Liv Tyler saying, "Oh wow, look at this! Look at wow, elephants' testicles look weird."
It might have sold more if the elephant was in the cover. That shot of the elephant, that would have been on the slip.
Yeah, Corey
would've
says,
sold.
"Bro, Prospect is not bad. What the f?" Well, Corey
Terrible.
gives it a thumbs up. There you go.
Well, I'm glad there's people that like it, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't dislike it as much as Blake, but I still don't think it's a really good movie.
I think I went in with expectations that just didn't even come close to, like, it just didn't work. It just, what I was expecting it to be was not at all what it was.
Would you say that when you saw it, it was the best nap you had in years?
I mean, I watched the whole thing because I was just waiting for something to happen, and nothing did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Canal has another review for Out of Order. He says Out of Order is very good. It's more about the nature of people inside an elevator and no action, but still so good and entertaining. So there you go. There's a thumbs up for that one.
Tony,
I own it. I still haven't watched it.
You haven't watched
I
it?
actually think I picked it up because it's subculture, and I was just like,
Mhm.
Deadlock was so good, but I never watched it because I got it and I was like, eh.
Absolutely, Alex. Yes, get the werewolf one. That's a great one. I think you'll enjoy it. It's fantastic.
If you're into those kind of movies, it matters.
Yes. Yeah. It's Spanish. Gothic horror, that kind of stuff. I love it. Let me see. There was another comment I wanted to address. Yes, Jay. Paul Nash's Assignment Terror is so fun. It's kind of like his Monster Squad. Such a fun movie. And Sean had a question. Dan, Red Rock West is just a Blu-ray for $35. It's not. It's a 4K. It is a 4K and a Blu-ray. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, it's not a 4K? Wait a minute. What?
It doesn't say.
I thought
on
they
the
were
phone.
I thought they were 4K releases.
The deals, but not this thing.
No. Cinematograph was supposed to be all 4Ks.
Yeah,
Oh, my bad. Okay.
That was the whole pitch that they said. They said the label itself was going to be 4K releases.
Does it say?
What the
can't read it.
fuck?
No,
That's
it's-
insane.
Unless it's a typo, but if it's supposed to be, or they fucked up.
It's only a Blu-ray. What the fuck?
Hmm.
And they did say that they were supposed to be exclusively 4Ks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was. I'm pretty sure that was the whole thing. 4K upgrades of major, like unloved
Right.
something or others.
Oh,
60s,
boy.
70s movies. 60s, 70s. Well, this is like 80. No, this is 90.
90. It's
Yeah,
like
actually-
92 or 93, right?
93. Yeah, it's like completely outside of the purview of what they said. Okay, hold on a minute here.
Does it
Let's
say how
see.
many discs are on there, or?
Oh, it does say all the way to the indie boom of the 80s and 90s. Okay. I could swear they said that these would all be 4K. That's weird. Huh.
Because the price would indicate that it would be a 4K, right?
Yeah. I mean, I just
Yeah,
know we're
'cause
just
it's the same price as Little Darlings, and Little Darlings is 4K.
So it's probably a typo. They forgot to put it there for whatever reason, or
Well, that's crazy
Whoops.
that they would forget that.
or a
It's,
major
I
slip-up.
wonder if this has been addressed in any of the online forums or whatever. Let us know if they've mentioned anything 4K restoration. Yeah, that's not as good as what I think what we were promised. That's wow. Huh. I mean, it's still not a deal breaker for me, but
Oh, that movie's sick.
But it's very strange that already the label's fucking going off the rails. If there's second release, the first one's 4K, the second one isn't. What's happening?
Yeah.
They can't keep. They literally can't keep it together from the first release to the second. That's very strange. Hold on a minute. I'm pressing the wrong button here. So that's so. You know, how do you feel about it, Bullet Blake, in terms of from one release to the next? That it's already sort of. Even though, I mean, I think Red Rock is a better movie than Little Darlings, it's already sort of kind of messy, where we're just going to get intermittent 4Ks on this label instead of like, 4K, 4K, 4K. Does that mess with you?
I mean, it's weird because like Umbrella released a really cool fucking edition of Red Rock West on Blu-ray, so with a whole bunch of shit, and it had a rigid box and all that. So. Oh, I know a lot of people aren't going to double dip on that. I mean, because I don't remember what everything that one came with. I just remember that they released it.
Yeah,
like, they released. They just released it like last year, like the end of last year.
And it was a better version than this.
Yeah, I didn't buy it, but I'm going to look it up. I'm trying to.
That is strange. Why would they charge a 4K price if it's not 4K? That's what I'm thinking. Maybe either the price is a mistake, or maybe it is 4K and they for whatever reason in the notes they didn't indicate that it was, because something doesn't add up then.
Unless Umbrellas didn't come out, but I'm pretty sure I read about Umbrella releasing it in a big cool edition with a whole bunch of shit last year.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you Google it?
Yeah, it's not here. It's not in the search bar.
Just Google it. See if there's a picture of it or mention.
I could have swore Umbrella released that. Hold on.
Would it be a stretch?
Blu-ray.com. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I see it on Blu-ray.com. Yeah, and it says it came out December 6th.
Whoa, is that it? Wow.
So you get a rigid box. You get two, I guess, a double-sided poster. You get a booklet. You get art cards.
Wow.
And that's region free. I mean, anything you buy from Umbrella is region free.
It is okay.
But that's you might you can probably find it on prices unclear at the moment. But looks like you'll have to go to eBay for it because it's sold out. But yeah, that's yeah, weird. Now, God, that's really weird. I don't know how I feel about that now. Oh, okay. Thank you, Plastic Static. It says, Justin Little Liberty on Facebook said the OCN is lost for Red Rock West, and so that's why it's only Blu-ray.
So why is it a 4K price, though?
Because of the packaging.
Because the packaging. No, what?
Yeah,
what
you're the guy who said I'm not buying it because it doesn't have a slipcover. It's the packaging.
No. But the packaging.
That's what sells these things.
Yeah, but what kind of? Well,
look,
it should be less than Little Darlings, because Little Darlings is 4K and it has the packaging. Well, it has shit packaging, but it still has the same style packaging.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, so Razor says the Umbrella release is 55 and it's not sold out, but I can't find it on the website for some reason. I looked it up and it wasn't there. I don't know why.
Well, the Umbrella release is more, but it looks like you get more with the Umbrella release, right? No, you don't get more.
Well, you get posters, you get art
the posters and that. That's cool, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it's.
I mean, I already ordered it. I already checked out with that. That movie was an instant buy for me.
This is this the is it 50? Oh, this is the U.S. price. Okay, good. I mean, I mean, I kind of like this package better. I mean, I don't need the fucking cards and the poster, but
Can you blow up the the rigid box cover on the side there? Can you blow that up so I can see the front? Like the next one down. So that's what the actual rigid box cover looks like.
Really yellow. This
pretty
thing.
nice.
I think it looks cool, actually. Damn.
No, it's not bad. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
And then you get a booklet, Red Rock West book, a collection of behind the scenes and good stuff. And look at this. What's that?
That's nice.
What is that?
That's
So
nice.
you get is that a poster you get for free for coolness sake or what? Oh, that might
Or is
just be
that the back?
Oh, look at that.
No,
Hey, that's cool. The comic book.
Could that be the back of the?
That's
back
probably
of
the inner slip, right? Yeah, that's the inner
Yeah,
slip.
that's-
The front and the back of the inner slip.
That's really
Wow. Hey, that's not bad.
God
That's
damn,
not bad.
that's actually really a cool packaging, actually. What a weird time to release that. Like they just released this last month, and now we got Vinegar Syndrome releasing a
Yeah.
Blu-ray
Few
of the
more
same
months.
movie. Like, and Umbrella's a partner label for Vinegar Syndrome, so it's like fucking weird.
Yeah. A few more months to Shout Factory's gonna release it, and then Arrow's gonna release it.
I really don't like that. I really don't
Yeah.
like that. So many labels are cannibalizing the same movie.
Yeah.
I thought the whole point was, hey, we have the 4K.
Right.
Yeah.
You're telling
Right.
me it's just the Blu-ray, but in a gray book. I mean, it's a little cheaper.
Yeah.
And I don't
guess,
need the posters and shit.
Yeah, I guess that's, if anything, that might be a kind of benefit when other labels end up releasing the same movie. Because, like, for me, for example, it's a random example, but like I missed out on getting the Action USA, the VS one, and then sometime thereafter, I think was it MVD that released it, so I was able to get it through them. So I guess if anybody misses out, or maybe the price is better on somebody else's release, you could always have that possibility, that flexibility. As opposed to, oh, these guys sell it the only ones, they sell it for way too much, or it sells out and you can't get it anymore and you're screwed. So
the price for me is way cheaper on Vinegar Syndrome because I get it for literally $30 less with my discount than paying it for this.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's,
even my deluxe edition is cheaper than their standard edition of it.
Because these guys are the Australian ones,
nice.
Right?
Yeah.
So on top of this price, what is it? The shipping's also pretty high, and it takes a while to ship. Or do you know, or is there actual?
Shipping from Australia isn't great. That is the downside.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's $28 here, for just the standard, which is basically what the other one is.
Have you guys both bought a lot from Umbrella or no?
Not a whole lot.
Do you think that maybe
I have quite a bit?
You think maybe in the next, I mean, I don't know, a year or two that you can either pay with money or gasoline?
What? Gasoline?
Gasoline, that's how they said. Mad Max.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they'll take gasoline.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the special features. See what the differences are here. All right. So for Vinegar Syndrome, you get a new interview with the director. And then a new interview with the I didn't know there was a co-director. And then a commentary track with historian Alan Silver and filmmaker Christopher Coppola. Those were just the commentary tracks. Let's look over here. Here you get commentary with Nathaniel Thompson, friend of the channel. And then a commentary with the director, the writer, I guess his brother, Rick Dahl, and then the editor. So you do get that director commentary, but that director commentary.
Why'd they list Rick Dahl as the writer on that page, but they only list him as the co-director on this page?
I have no idea. Well, that's weird. So the Vinegar Syndrome one doesn't even have a commentary with the director. It just has a commentary with some guys who like the movie. Interesting. So if you're a special feature, it's not a copy. No.
Yeah, not a.
You do get. I mean, it says new interviews with them. Then there's something called Desperate Times Call for Desperate Measures, new video essay, and then an archival interview with the editor. And here you get interview with the director and the editor. Same thing. You get that caged in thing with Nicolas Cage. And then The Man from Rhode Island, The Life and Times of J.T. Walsh. Rest in peace, J.T. Walsh. He's awesome in the movie. A video essay with him. This is that's missing from the Vinegar Syndrome one. So if you like commentaries, it seems like the Umbrella one is the one to get in terms of features. But I mean, we're only comparing because it is basically the same release in different packaging. I wonder how many people bought this and are considering buying this. I'm curious what the turnover is. Let me do a quick poll here and get people's ideas on that. Something I wanted to bring up while I do this poll, and I'll go to Bullet Blake first. I think we lost Tony. I think he's having technical difficulties on his end. He's got to go, but he'll be in the chat. So he'll be popping in here and there.
He was
Bullet
upset
Blake.
about the whole thing.
Yes. The kids came back. No, it's all good, man. He says the kids just came back inside the house, so it's a little crazy for him. And he's gonna TBYB. Yeah, check it out. It's definitely worth watching. It's a really, really good movie. Michael says I ordered the Red Rock box set from Umbrella. I think you're good, man. I mean, you don't even have to upgrade because it's the same fucking thing, basically. Okay, so Bullet Blake. A lot of people, usually complain about Vinegar Syndrome, and then there's why are people complaining about slipcovers and blah 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 blah. Here's my take, and let me get your thoughts on it. Here's why people complain about Vinegar Syndrome, because Vinegar Syndrome tells you, and I'll go to the site itself before I put up the poll. It tells you this limited. It says limited. It will tell you this is limited to. It sets its own limits. I mean, sometimes it's contractual, sometimes it's just up to them. As we've seen, it's willy-nilly. And when they tell you that, as a collector, you're like, okay, well, it's limited. If I get it, I'm going to be one of the 6,000 people to get it. If they break that promise, I think that upsets collectors. That upsets people who've said, hey, you said 6,000. Now you're making more? Wait, what? Like Action USA. Action USA was limited to whatever it was. 2,000, 3,000. Sold out. People are like, yeah, fine. Got it. Then it shows up somewhere else. Wait, I thought it was like an exclusive that no one else was going to get. That's, people feel burned. And then I feel that's the main reason why people complain about Vinegar Syndrome over other labels. Nobody complains about Criterion or Kino or whatever in terms of, scarcity or slipcovers. It's only because Vinegar Syndrome limits. And I think that's why it gets a lot of blowback and why it gets a lot of negative feedback is because they specifically tell you, hey, we're creating FOMO, get it, or you're going to miss out and you're going to feel real bad. And I think that's why it gets most of the hate. Blood Blake, what do you think? Do you think them saying limited this, limited that is the reason why people get pissed off about all the slipcover shit?
I think it has a lot to do with it, but I also think it's the reason why they're the label we stream about all the time, and people tune in to watch this because the way they pitch their product works. Like, I want it. I love their product. I do get mad about like shit like the fucking media club slips and shit because that just defeats the whole purpose. And it's some garbage ass fucking gimmick to make more money off a product that they've already sold. That shit's irritating to me. Shit like that bothers me. Limited, lots of times it is contractual, and then when they're out of the limited, it's gone. Like, you can't get it anymore. Other times it's like they just do this to boost sales on movies that they want to sell really quick. But at the same time, they're the label that people talk about more than, I mean, like Arrow's successful, Criterion's successful, but we don't do a Criterion stream for all their releases every month. Or and if we did, they wouldn't be as popular, even though they sell just as much. Probably people aren't interested. They're not an interesting company as far as like everything they put out. Even if you don't like them, you still want to know what they're putting out.
But I think the reason why is because everything is contentious, and but there is a level of excitement there that doesn't exist, with other labels. But it's funny because on the forums, a lot of people were upset about the Freeway 1 coming back with a slipcover. Like, wait a minute, but it's sold out. How could it come back? And it's like the whole thing. It's like people get up in arms about it because they limit things.
The worst thing is
probably just keep selling it.
Well, there's that, and also the worst is when they say it's limited. I don't know how often this has happened, but then let's say it's gone, but then they pull it back something like months later. Oh, like you always joke around. Oh, they found something in the back of the warehouse behind the toilet or something. Oh, look at this. We got another 500 copies.
Severin does that like crazy.
Yeah.
And it's again because they limit themselves and they don't need to. But I think people see beyond that. But if you want the movie, you want the movie. And just to clarify, it actually is cheaper than Little Darlings. Little Darlings is $40, and Red Rock West is $35. So it is a $5 discount.
That ain't right.
I must have missed it though. What kind of case do these cinematographs have? Because it's not like the Beastmaster box thing, right? Or is it?
Can you not see the screen? I showed it a couple times.
I saw it, but I didn't get a good look of the. Oh, okay, the little thing. Oh, okay. No, but I'm saying,
it's like a book. Do you see it?
Okay,
it's like
my bad. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a cloth bound book, and then it opens up, and the movies are inside, and then it's got the You see, it's like a slip thing, and the book goes in there. So it's kind of like fancier looking. Yeah. Whatever, and then it's got the book and stuff.
So the Little Darlings is a little bit more expensive by $5.
Oh, it is. It's $5 more. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, there you go. So there's the upgraded price there. But
I could have swore I ordered them both for just the same. I could have swore Little Darlings only cost me $25 when I ordered it. I'm gonna look.
Yeah, look that up. That'd be interesting to see if they changed that price. But I don't recall at the moment. I've looked at too many prices.
Do you suppose? I mean, I know you can't really foresee the future, but that it might last till Black Friday?
What, Red Rock West? Probably.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, stuff sells out so randomly. I mean,
yeah.
We just have to keep an eye on it and see what happens to it.
You said you were going to rush out and buy Divinity, right?
Yeah, I already did. Bought 6 copies. It's great. I mean, it might be good. I don't know. Ragnar says stream it. Yeah, that's you might. You probably won't like it.
It's weird. It's a weird movie. I know.
Okay. It was $29.99. Right on.
Oh, okay.
All right. Red Rock West is a better movie.
Oh yeah. Stendhal Syndrome says FOMO sucks giant hairy saggy balls. Ragnar agrees with you, Bullet Blake. That little gold label on the spine does not make it a different slipcover. Sorry. Yes, with the VS MC reprints.
Yeah. Well, luckily it looks terrible compared to the other ones, so you can see it from a mile away. If you put that on the shelf with all the regular slips, I could see. If I have all fucking 400 or 500 fucking VS movies together, and that little gold flaky shit is on the side, that, blah.
Yeah. Doug D says they will have a new Little Darling slip eventually. Yeah. I mean, depending on what their licensing was, they did mention they'll have another cover, but this will have to sell out first. And I've like I said with the VS use, I mean, unless I can get it for like $20 on a subscriber week or something, I'm gonna hold off on Daryl and Southern Comfort, 2 movies I really love. But I don't need the books and the box and all that shit. No, I just want the movie.
If they repress the Little Darlings with a new slipcover, it'll be a standard like the Beastmaster. It will not be this hard, heavy, rigid box packaging. So, like, they can say they're going to give you new artwork all they want, but they're not going to repress the whole thing when they've already sold to the majority of their base customers. They shit the bed with Little Darlings cover. That's the worst decision they could have made. They should have just pushed it. They should have just released one cinematograph this week and made it Red Rock West and called it good. They could have released that one first, even if the spine number says 2 on it. So what? They did it with the VSL.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
Yeah. Steelbook obsessed with a review for Awaken. It was $10 last year. It's gorgeously shot, but plays more like a nature documentary. So there
That's
you
what it
go.
looked like, yeah.
Yep. It is what it is. But it's good to know that it is a Blu-ray. 'Cause I was under the impression that it was a 4K release. I'll keep my eye on it, but I'm not rushing out the door to get it. It is a good film. Definitely something I would rewatch, and it does get my recommendation. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bummed that it wasn't a 4K, because I thought that was the whole point of this label. It's a little weird. It's a little weird to me.
See how many more movies they pump out on just Blu-ray now, because this one will sell well, so they'll be like, well, it doesn't really matter then.
Yeah, it's a little strange. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I guess they can do whatever they want, and it's up to you whether you want it. But I don't know. I'm a little confused by that. They did say we're gonna get one a month, so we're gonna get another one in February and in March, and so on and so forth. So at least that's the plan. Hopefully, it sticks to that.
It's cool with a label that can grow that quickly rather than waiting 4 or 5 months in between sometimes. Like the VSPs, you get like hardly anything from that. So
I would imagine those are very specific too. You can't just, especially since they're all new movies shot on film, which is very hard to do and very expensive. I can't imagine we're gonna see many of those too often. I'm gonna turn the heat off because it's cooking in here. Zach, I agree. He says all these boutiques are releasing the same stuff months apart. It's a bit frustrating. I really hope that's a trend we don't see anymore, because that's happened quite a bit. And I'm hoping that changes. Keith asks, is Boggy Creek 2 going to get a regular VS release now? Weird, it was so cheap. No, it's gone. According to them, they can repress it though. They do say that now in the wording. They never used to, but now they've changed it to that they can repress it if they want to. But
did they put that in the new VSAs? Because they listed it for like 2 of them, and then they didn't put it on one of the other ones that came out after that. They said they didn't say that, so I think it might be like release specific.
Let me see here. Here you go. Is strictly limited to 4,000 units and may, but probably not, be followed by a standard edition in the future. So they covered their asses, and again, this is why people get upset with them.
See that I remember the first time we noticed that on one of these streams, and we were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
it defeats the purpose of collecting it. Like,
right. It's like this is supposed to be an exclusive, limited thing, and now you're saying it's not, or maybe you'll have to find out. It's like, well, that really killed the VSAs in terms of like them selling out immediately.
Yeah, the desirability dropped by 50%. I feel like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then, it doesn't help when they release covers like this.
Ugh. So stupid.
Wow.
Oh, my God. I mean, oh, my Lord.
Which elementary school won the contest to...
Right?
Yeah.
Awful.
Hey, kids.
So bad. All right, gang. I've got to start wrapping up here. Because I've got a magic date. Oh, look at this. Well, that was early. Okay, so Charlie Ben got back to me finally. He says, "Thanks, Jose. We'll work together one day for sure. Happy 2024." So, not very encouraging in my opinion. In terms of what's gonna happen. Well, whatever. It's fine. I'm busy enough on my own. But who knows? Fingers crossed it'll happen. Okay, final look at the final subscriber week super mega blowout last day UHDs. a bunch of good stuff here. I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong with I mean, Ebola syndrome is pretty gross, and it does have animal cruelty and sexual assault and things like that. So it's not a pleasant movie, but it's not designed to be a Christmas film. Yeah. So just know that going in,
I
it's
saw it on
not
Christmas cards.
I'm sure there are Christmas cards for it, but it's not designed to be a pleasant, fun time movie. But if you're into Vinegar Syndrome, you probably have it already. But if you don't, this whole top row's pretty solid, And then the bottom, it's up to you.
Starts
How you
dying.
feel about that. I mean, I still think Amityville is worth it if you like those films. With or without the cardboard, it's still a good film. It didn't age well for me, but I feel like every time I watch it, it's a different experience. So revisiting it, I'll love it again. And the other ones, Prospect is getting mixed reviews across the board. Okay, that's it. We have to sort of end it early today, but that's it for Subscriber Week 2024. An explosive 7 days full of highs and lows. Bullet Blake, you have subscribed. What is your goal for 2024?
I'm gonna do regular unboxings again. Obviously, I took that 5 months off where I wasn't doing any content, so there was nothing going up on my channel. But I'm back now. I'll be doing the regular unboxings for all the labels that I order from. I don't order from every label every month, but Vinegar Syndrome obviously will have one every month, and I'll be doing reviews for every Vinegar Syndrome release. Some of the partner labels too, probably, depending on if I can get to them before the next package comes out. Because I'm only gonna do them before the package. Once the next month arrives, I'm not doing another review for any partner labels.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to that. And do you have any big hopes for this? Obviously, stuff like Freaked and things like that. But is there anything you really hope they put out?
There's a title that I want them to release. I don't think it'll happen, but I would love it if they released Beastmaster 2.
Oh yeah, back in time.
If they could release the second one. I mean, no one gives a shit about the third one, but if they could release the second one, that would be fucking awesome. I'm always waiting for Beyond the Law and Martial Outlaw. Those two are ones that I would just literally die, I think, if they announced it at this point, because I've been waiting forever. But otherwise, I'm just hoping they release at least one that I enjoy every month.
I hope that for you as well, and we shall see. Remember, if you want to get this at a discount, all this stuff will not be on sale till Black Friday, because they are pushing back further back every year what they offer for halfway to Black Friday. So January may not count, and you may have to wait till Black Friday to get this stuff, and potentially.
That's fucked too, because it used to be the first Black Friday I took part in, it was all the way up to March that you could buy the titles from for Black Friday. Then they pushed it back the next year to February. I feel like they're gonna push it all the way back to December. That's the last month you'll be able to buy titles from at a discount on the halfway sale.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll know pretty soon, because we'll hear about halfway to Black Friday in March, and obviously we'll go live for all that fun stuff, and we'll be here for the first of the month announcements and all that good stuff. That's my alarm. Yes, I'm ready. TC, final thoughts. What do you think about Subscriber Week in general and 2024?
I mean, I had a better experience, at least for me, last year. Got a couple of good titles this year. No, none at all. But it happens. I just hope that as the year goes on, like everybody else, they'll wise up a little bit more and more, and they'll release better stuff. So, look forward to future sales.
Is there anything in 2024 you'd like to see, or at least you hope they release?
Well, I'm Vinegar Syndrome specifically. Well, I mean, or just
Mhm.
anybody like you mentioned, Freaked for sure. I would love to get that. I have on DVD, but I would love to get a nice, better version now for that one. I'm sure
Hopefully,
there's
hopefully
others,
that
but
will happen.
Freaked has been talked about for the last like 5 fucking years. Like
I
they
know.
need to jump on that shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hi. What is that? What the hell's he holding? Yes, I'm wrapping it up.
We're like,
Yes. Freaked. It should happen. That is a very good question, Vince Cinephile. When is Voyage? I'm announcing it right now. The return of Voyage to the bottom of the barrel will be over on Planet Mondo's channel, and it will be January 24th. That's a Wednesday, January 24th. We will go live over on Planet Mondo's channel, and we'll be reviewing. I'm not sure what, because he's decided to change his selection. He had chosen mummy movies, but I think he wants to pick something else. So we'll find out what that is. But January 24th, 2024, The Voyage continues then and there. And oh boy, it's going to be fun. No matter what, it's always a good time. Last a few things here. Stan Silent says, Blake, when are you going to show us your bike on your channel?
I've never thought about doing that actually.
here's
My channel's not bike related, but I don't know, maybe if you follow me on
you could
Instagram, there's pictures of it on there.
You could do unboxings while sitting on your bike or while riding your bike. That would be interesting.
Oh yeah.
Like,
That'd be
anyway, this
amazing.
movie sucked. Oh fuck!
Oh
you cut in that Mac and Me scene.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he'll end up in if he reviews from his bicycle. All right, let's gentlemen, maybe you can help me here. It's time to call it a day, but before we do, I'm trying to remember what's the least edible part of a bird. I know I forget the name of it, but I know there's one part that you can't eat. What is it?
beaks.
Beaks, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Y'all ready for this?